You know, I don't know if it's kind of a worrying sign in regards to the amount of material I've got to make rant videos on nowadays, that I'm bitching about a letter I read in the TV guide. But here it is, and so there you go. But anyway, so my rant video tonight is basically about this fucking asinine letter I read in the TV guide recently, right? Some woman wrote in saying she's 65 years old and doesn't like how many TV shows they have on TV nowadays where children are answering back to adults. Because in her day, adults and authority figures were absolute and you did what you were told no matter what. I think you all know the direction this one's going in, don't ya? So I rolled my eyes at this letter because it's fucking pathetic, and while it's pathetic, it's basically fucking booming New Zealand in a nutshell. See, I've worked in retail and customer-facing jobs for a long-ass time, like a significant majority of my adult life. Actually, all of my adult life, I've been working in some form of a customer-facing job or retail. And the thing you learn is, old people are fucking arrogant. Old people think the bit of authority they give themselves in their mind is absolute. Be it in their day-to-day life, be it in actual positions of authority, be it as customers in a fucking retail store. Old people, a majority of the time, think they are infallible. That's what this letter is. It's basically saying you, the young motherfucker, have to sit there, take shit from people older than you and shut the fuck up, not question it, not come to your own conclusions. You do as you're told. Now, if you know me, I have always, ever since I was a kid, hated this mentality. I don't agree with it at all. See, I'm a grown-ass man, right? But I've said multiple times on this channel, I'm not always right. There are times where I am wrong. They're very, very rare, but there are times when I'm wrong. And it's the same for most grown-ups when I was a kid, right? This letter made me think back to a lot of times when I was a kid, and I think back to when I was a kid a fair bit, right? Because I work in a job where I'm just working away, got ample time to think, and occasionally I just think of how full of shit a lot of adults were when I was a kid. When I was a kid, this was the mentality. You're a child, you shut up, you do what you're told, and it got me into a lot of trouble with my teachers, with my authority figures, as I was getting older, because I didn't simply take, hey, I'm old, I know everything. I questioned shit. I answered back. I got pissy. I argued back with the old people. They didn't like it. The mentality was, you child, me grown up, you shut up and do what you're told. I fucking hate that. I always have and I always will. Let's put it this way. I've got no kids that I know of. I'd like to keep it that way. But if I ever do have any kids, I'm not going to be one of these authoritarian as fuck adults. Of course I'm going to be an authority figure in my kid's life because I will be their fucking father, right? But I don't plan to parent on an I'm your father, you do not get to have an individual opinion type fucking parent. Right? I don't want to be that kind of a parent. I don't want to have that kind of parenting style. Not like the one I grew up with. But hey, you know, I do not want to be that kind of a parent. I hate this shit. And I hate that booming mentality, man. And that's what this letter was, man. This letter pissed me off. I'm not even a kid nowadays, and I think it's bullshit. Kids answer back because kids are a lot smarter than they used to be. Kids have a wider access to a lot of fucking things we didn't have as kids. I didn't have the internet as a kid. When I was some little shit going through primary school, the internet was barely a thing. I was a young man in the late 90s growing up. But kids these days, man, they're smart. They're smarter than they've ever been. So, this they shouldn't answer back thing is fucking bullshit. I just don't understand the arrogance and narcissism that goes into that. Yeah, I don't like kids answering back. When I was a child, kids did what they were told. Yeah, and your generation is fucking stupid and full of themselves. My generation is slightly smarter. This younger generation hopefully has more shit sorted out than mine or the boomer generation ever has. I don't like that mentality, because you put that mentality to a bigger authority figure. You know what we have there when you just do what you were told without asking questions, and you are basically told, do as I say or your ass is getting punished? You know what we call that, kids? Begins with a F, ends with an ashism. That's right. We got fascism. And I know that seems like, oh, Damo, you're making a bit of a leap, but at the end of the day, it's the family-friendly PG serial numbers filed off version of fascism, isn't it? We are not a bunch of mindless drones on this planet, people. There are some very stupid people out there, like flat earthers, who occasionally comment on my videos. But flat earthers and shit, they're fucking stupid, but you know what I mean. We are not drones, we are not mindless fucking sheep. We are not a bunch of fucking automatons. We ask questions, we challenge shit we find stupid. I've always lived by that philosophy. That's why I'm perceived as having a bad attitude sometimes in places I have worked. Because I've questioned authority, because I come to my own conclusions, because I sit there and I think about what I'm told, and I'm like, hang on. I question everything, and that's the way it should be. And that's the way it should be as a young person, because that's how you learn. Questioning things. Questioning authority. Positions of authority don't make you right. It's a job title, or it is a self-perceived title, in the case of this old bitch, that you've bestowed upon yourself. I don't like the sit down, shut up, and do what you're told deal. Yes, people need authority figures, and they need to do what they're told in certain situations. But that doesn't mean they're not allowed to challenge things. Everybody should be allowed to challenge everything, or anything, or whatever the fuck they want to challenge, no matter how old they are. I again put to you, when I was younger, this is the philosophy I was expected to live by. Sit down, shut up, do what you're told. I had teachers who tried to get me in shit, tried to get me kicked out of school, simply because I didn't just fucking take what I was told and run with it. I questioned things. I called out bullshit where I saw bullshit. Let's take, for example, this one fucking social studies teacher I had when I was 13, right? Old fucking, real old school teacher, older than dirt, was probably kicking around with a pet Tyrannosaurus Rex at some point or another. She used to chastise me for silly, frivolous shit, or what I perceived to be silly, frivolous shit, right? So she'd have a little re, and I'd go back to talking to my mates. Somehow she took this as a fucking challenge on her authority. So the head of department himself, no fucking spring chicken, came along, had a stern word to me. I can't remember exactly what the fuck came about from it, but I do remember being all, are you actually fucking kidding me? Because to me this didn't seem right? You've got these two decrepit old motherfuckers telling me off for committing the horrific freaking crime of having my own opinion, as it pertained to myself and what I perceived as being chastised over nothing. But as far as I recall, it didn't shut me up and I didn't get along with this teacher. And that tends to happen with the older generation. They get challenged, they don't like it, because they feel that their old age makes them infallible, and it fucking doesn't. You see it in every goddamn form of life. As I've said, teachers, fucking customers in retail, whatever. That's the type of mentality this age group packs. We are absolute, you do what we say. Sorry oldies, it doesn't work like that. Question fucking everything, no matter how old you are. Now, I don't really like fucking children, I'll be honest. I don't like children and I don't like fucking children. We've seen that in multiple videos I've made, where I've issued a lot of threats to pedophiles. I'm going off fucking topic, I'm trying to be funny and fucking failing miserably. Anyway, I don't like kids. Do not like the little bastards. But I do believe in their right to stand up to authority figures they think are treating them like shit. That's the long and short of it. I disagree with this retarded fucking letter about someone claiming children can't challenge authority. To any boomers out there who feel you are infallible and you are not able to be challenged by people younger than you, fuck you. Not only are you wrong at times, you're often wrong. Based on my work experience, you motherfuckers may be the wrongest generation that ever wronged on the face of the fucking earth. So fuck you. Anyway, long ass rant, basically kept reiterating the same thing over and over again. You get my point. Authority needs to be challenged. There is no such thing as an infallible authority. They're all fallible. Okay? And it's up to us to question them. Otherwise, fascism. Okay? Long story short, fascism. Anyway, I'm going to go edit and upload this shit. Have a good one, peoples. I'm Damian Skyfire. Till next time.